So today we'll really see how good our squad and team are. We are playing Brentford, who are in 4th, and we are playing Wolves, who are in 5th. Remember, we are out without our number one goalkeeper in Luke McGee. So let's see how good this squad are. Roll the titles. Hello there guys, welcome back to Upon This Rock episode number 5. We literally pick up where we left off against Sheffield Wednesday. So 2 really good wins against Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday, 4-1 and 3-1 respectively. And today we go in against Brentford and also Wolves here on Boxing Day in the game as well. So let's go forward and let's see if we can put up a good match against Brentford. So no messing about today, we're going to go straight into the game against Brentford at Griffin Park. This is the team we're going in for. We're going to go for Jonathan Flatt in goal, Williams, Boswick, Baldwin and Kavanagh. We're going to go for Boswick instead of Reece Oxford just because he's carrying a little bit of fatigue there in his legs. Kavanagh at left back, Jermaine Anderson and Chris Forrester in the middle, Leo da Silva Lopez, Marcus Madison on the width, and then João Teixeira, who comes in back from injury, in the middle there, and then Jason Cummings up top. Bin and Williams, Smith, Edwards, Wallace, Gribbin, Max Clayton and Shaq on the bench. Let's see how we get on against Brentford. Just going to ask the team to really pick up where they left off over the last 2 games in some amazing form coming into this. So hopefully we can stay strong even without some of our top players playing. Let's kick off. So I do hope you're enjoying the series. I'm enjoying making it. I know it's my home team and I've got a lot of passion, a lot of expectation in the series as well. So hope you are enjoying it. If you are enjoying it, please do leave it a like. Just help support the channel and support the series. It shows that there are people out there that are enjoying it as much as I am. Coming into half an hour now, nothing really happened. Brentford with the first opportunity here, but Forrester really tackling there. Woods takes it off him. Jota into the box, over to Vibe, and Vibe makes it 1-0 to Brentford. They have had the vast majority of the first half here. Haven't really got into the game this much. Really the posh. Here's the highlight for the goal. So Forrester here gets it nicked off by Woods. Woods brings it back to Jota. Jota knocks it into Vibe and lovely little finish in the near post. Flatt didn't really have very much of an opportunity to make the save there. So 1-0 to Brentford coming into the last 10 minutes of the half. As I said, not had any real foothold into the game at all. So second half I might drop it down to standard, see if that helps us get anything into the game. But it's just not been good enough at all. See if I can rile them up here, get more out of them. Chris Forrester 6.1, he got caught on the ball there. Leo at 6.6, Teixeira at 6.4, Cummins at 6.4, so not the best at all. But yeah, hopefully this standard approach now will help us, so they won't hit us on the break at all, get more of a foothold in the game. This is what I was worried about though. I was worried that we lose a couple of players. This squad isn't really big enough or good enough to handle the pressure, handle the constraints of the Championship. Madison now whips it in, but doesn't beat the first man. Judge launching it forward now, but good tackle by Teixeira. Over to Madison. He's going to take on the right back, but Colin nips in there, keeps hold of the ball. Marekan from ex-Chelsea youngster. Lamar now on that left-hand side. Going to whip it in, but Baldwin defends really, really well there. And Forrester's just going to mop up there. Plays it out really nicely to Boswick. Now to Silva Lopez on the right-hand side. Pushes it into Cummins. First real attack really that we've seen from Posh. Cummins now. Devastating left foot, but Bentley very happy to save those from about 25-30 yards out. But highlight straight after. It's only a couple of minutes into the second half. Lamar now. But Boswick makes a crunching tackle there. De Silva Lopez has got the ball. He's going to run at the left winger. But plays it back to Williams. Williams now launches the ball up. Not very much composure there. Marekan in the middle. Over to Woods. To Judge. Very patient here. Very patient play by Brentford. Shows why they're 3rd in the league. Colin now plays it all the way back to Bentley. Bentley launches it forward to Lamar. Gets ahead of Jordan Williams. Over to Vibe. Vibe now to Lamar. Lamar he's just holding on to the ball. Down over to Judge. Good defending here for the Posh. Really compact in the middle of the box there. McCracken over to Jota. Jota hits the post, but good save by Flatt. But Vibe's there to make it 2-0 to Brentford. literally 5 minutes into the second half. Haven't really got going in this game at all. I was worried about it with the few players that we are missing here. McGregor great through ball to Jota, hits the post. Flat, very dodgy goalkeeping there from Jonathan Flat, and Vibes there to pick up the pieces. 2-0 to Brentford. Kavanagh now, highlight after the highlight. Anderson through to Cummins. Cummins plays through to Teixeira. Teixeira, great save, and what an interception by Rico Henry there at left back. Instant goal really for De Silva Lopez. Lamar now on the left hand side. Henry to Lamar. Oh, it's Jota, makes it 3-0. Pinball in the box there. Not the greatest of defending from the posh. And makes it 3-0 to Brentford. 25 minutes to go. Here we go. Highlight here. Lamar plays it through to McGregor. McGregor, pinball in the middle. Didn't really get clear, and Jota's just there to finish it off. 3-0 to Brentford. Coming into the last 20 minutes. Gribbin now with a corner, but doesn't beat the first man. Out to Kavanagh. Kavanagh just holding on to the ball a little bit too longer than I thought he would. I would like him to. Lamar now on the counter attack. Down this left hand side. Skips past Jordan Williams. Going to launch it into Vibe. Judge. Oh, it's a great block from Baldwin. Come into the second half a little bit. Not as much as I thought we would with the changes that we've made. But at the end of the day, not the best at all. Some very average performances. You can see here, we're hitting a 6.5 coming into the last 5 minutes of the game. They're hitting a 7.7. So just shows you the golfing class between us and Brentford. I think this could be it. Been dominated, outplayed, outgunned, outmanned. Not the best performance. Probably our worst performance of the season. We've at least been competitive in all the other games that we've had, even though we've lost or drawn them. Just not the best at all. And there we go. Griffin Park. Brentford 3, Peterborough United 0. Literally not the best game at all. So it keeps us in the playoffs, 38 points, but disappointing result really, to be fair. And the next game we will see is against Wolves, who actually have also slipped up. They're in 6th position. Welcome back. I know it's been seconds for you, but it's been about half an hour for me because I've had to play through a few games. So next game up against MK Dons straight after Brentford, and we beat them 4-0. Lovely win against the local rivals. Jason Cummins here getting a hat-trick. Max Clayton getting the 4th goal. And we absolutely dominated them. 15 shots, 8 on target, 51% possession. In the middle of that, we played Ipswich away from home at Portman Road, and a bit of a dull 0-0. And actually, we kind of scraped away with a point. Ipswich were better than us, to be brutally honest, and to pick up a point away from home at Portman Road, it's a good result. And then finally, we came back home to London Road. Huddersfield beat them 4-1. Callum Gribbin, Leo De Silva Lopez with 2, and Marcus Maddison making it 4-1 to the posh. Naki Wells scoring from the penalty spot, and Leo coming up with a 9.2 rating there. Jonathan Flat, outstanding goalkeeper. He's improving since he started playing games with us, and he's had a rather good spell. 5 games in the Sky Bet Championship, conceded 5 goals, 2 clean sheets, and a 6.92 average. So as you can see here, that all those good form, all those good wins, has pushed us into 3rd place. 2 points on the top, 1 point from the automatic promotion places. All in all, everything's going rather well, rather too well to be brutally honest. So let's get into this game against Wolves. And this is the team that's going to come up against Wolves at Molineux. We're going to go with Flat in goal, Kavanagh, Baldwin, Oxford and White, Forrester and Anderson in the middle, Maddison, Gribbin and De Silva Lopez. Gribbin's come in for João Teixeira because João is a little bit off form. So going to bring in Gribbin. He played really well against the I think it was the MK Dons. No, against Huddersfield, sorry. 1 goal, 1 assist and an 8.6 rating there for Callum. And he's going to be coming in because, as I said, João is a little bit off form. And then Jason Cummins up top as well. So let's just see whether we can pick up from where we last left off. 10-15 minutes gone now, nothing really happened. First real highlight of the game now. So Cavan on the left, pushing it into Forrester. Forrester just keeping his eye on the ball, but tried to push it through to Cummins, and Bath picked it up there. Now Mason bringing it forward, pushing it over to Camera on the left hand side. He's going to get a ball in. I think he is. And I was going to say Jonathan Flat collected really comfortably, but Jack Baldwin has given away a penalty. 15 minutes gone in the game, but Varson is going to step up now for Wolves. see if he can put this away, and he does. Takes it to the goalkeeper's right. Goalkeeper's right and his left-hand side. So puts us on the back foot already. 15 minutes gone. Puts us on the back foot. Haven't really kind of started the game at all well. Very similar to most of our away performances at the minute. Just dropping us down to 4th now. Wolves pushed up to 8th. But nothing's really happened. I'm just going to knock it down to standards to see if that gets us into the game. That generally does when we're not playing particularly well. But we have had more possession, more passes completed. Aaron's now swinging it in. Kavanagh getting it clear. And Kavanagh's handballed, and that's another penalty. Another penalty for Wolves coming into the couple of minutes before half-time. Bodvarsson again. Is he going to go the same way? Is he going to go a different way? Is Flack going to try and freak him out a little bit? Let's have a look. Bodvarsson, and he goes the other way. Great penalty. That looks a bit of a better penalty there. Top right-hand corner for Bodvarsson. Makes it 2-0 to Wolves. Here we go, Bodvarsson now. He's already celebrating, look. Already celebrating the goal. Top corner. Flatt did get a hand to it. So Johnny Flatt did get a hand to it. But he was already celebrating when he ran up. So shows you everything, doesn't it? So at the end of the day, we're 2-0 down at half-time. I'm just looking for something a little bit different from the boys in the second half. Our away form has been a bit patchy. Might have to go away and see if we can come up with an away tactic just to see if we can get any more points on the road. We have been a little bit suspect away from home. Kavanagh now, good tackle there from Rolando Aarons. Gribbins brings it up to Cummins. He's going to take on the vast majority of the defence there. Gribbin now back to Anderson. Nice patient play. Through to Gribbin. Gribbin! Oh, what a save by Akemi. Brilliant save. Pushing it onto the post. Gribbin really should have done a little bit better there, but world-class save there from Akemi. Aaron's now swinging the ball in, and Bodvarsson's beaten flat, and that is 3-0. That is his hat-trick. And again, yet again, another away performance on a live com, and another 3-0 drubbing at the minute for the Posh. Here we go. Aaron's there, going to swing it into the middle, and Flat really just flapped at it. Bodvarsson beat him to the header, and it's 3-0 to Wolves. Gribbin swinging it in. He's going to pick up the loose ball here now. Over to White, through to De Silva Lopez, through to Cummins, but Akimi's there again. He's really having a goalkeeper masterclass here, keeping us out. Madison with a corner, through to Oxford, but that's not very good. Let's see if we can at least get a goal here. Now I'm going to go back up to control, see if we can really take the game by the scruff of the neck of the last 20 minutes. 15 minutes to go, coming into the last 10 now. We have had a little bit more of the game second half. Baldwin, to Silva Lopez, but Akimi is there again. Thwarted us at every opportunity. Not really. We've tested him throughout the game, but nothing really getting past him at all. We need to be a little bit more clinical, especially in the Championship. But we have dominated the game. Kavanagh now, last couple of seconds of the game, and that's going to be it. Wolves 3, Peterborough United 0. Another away day drubbing. So I need to go back to the drawing board and see exactly what it is we're doing wrong away from home compared to at home. That puts us into 4th, going into the January period, which is the transfer deadline, transfer window. And if you'd have given me at the start of the season, halfway through the year, that we're going to be in 4th place, 45 points already on the board, only 5 points to hit our 50-point target, I'd have snapped your hand off, because this league is absolutely ruthless. Jack Baldwin, as you can see here, 2nd in the overall average rating for the whole entire league. 7.42. He's having another amazing season. Attributes continue to go up in all the right places. So heading, tackling, off the ball, vision, composure, anticipation. His pace and his physical seem to keep going up as well. So having another good season as well. So I think what I'm going to do for January is I'm going to do the same thing as I did last season, and that's I'm going to split it up into 3-part episodes. So I'm going to do Wigan and Reading, and then I'm going to do Swansea, Fulham and Bristol City, because I'll give you the best of the highlights, any transfer news that's coming in. So if you look at the squad now, Jack Baldwin's wanted by Swansea. Forrest is wanted by Wolves. Jermaine Anderson's wanted by Leeds. De Silva Lopez is wanted by a host of Premier League clubs. Have offered him a new contract, so he did have a minimum release clause of 1.6 million. I offered him a new contract. It's now gone up to 6.5 million. So if we do sell him to anybody above us in the domestic leagues, we're going to get 6.5 million for him. So better than what it was already. Now, if you have enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like. Supports the channel, supports the series, makes me know that you're enjoying the series overall. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content that's going to come out on the channel going forward. And until transfer window part 1, I'll see you soon.